For decades, the Republican Party has cast itself as the defenders of law and order, while portraying Democrats as soft on crime. That dates back to 1968, when Richard Nixon rode this message all the way to the White House.
We should hit hard on the issue of law and order and the issue of justice.
The wave of crime is not going to be the wave of the future in the United States of America.
Of course, Nixon was later forced to resign for breaking the law, which it turns out foreshadowed 50 years of Republican hypocrisy on crime. You may also remember back in 2016, Donald Trump was pretty focused on this very issue, and he seemed to take a liking to Nixon's messaging, which he repeated nearly verbatim on the campaign trail.
And I want everything to be law and order and justice and everything perfect.
This is a massive crime wave. That's what's going to happen. It's not going to happen if I get elected, believe me.
Ironically, the law and order candidate who led chants of lock her up about his Democratic opponent in 2016 is now facing 34 felony accounts. And his arraignment Tuesday might be just the first of many courtroom appearances. He's also facing possible criminal charges out of Georgia, as well as potential federal indictments over his role on January 6th and his handling of classified documents. But even putting Trump and his legal woes aside, you don't need to look far to find more examples of Republican hypocrisy on crime. In 2020, when many people in the country were protesting the death of George Floyd at the hands of police, we heard a lot of tough talk, even fear-mongering, from Trump's Republican allies.
Yeah. Are you for law enforcement, rule of law, or are you going to stand with the mob?
Defunding the police is maybe the most insane public policy proposal I have ever heard.
I stand with Officer Rolfe against the Democrat war on police.
They'll disarm you, empty the prisons, lock you in your home, and invite MS-13 to live next door. And the police aren't coming when you call. In Democrat-run cities, they're already being defunded, disbanded.
Invite MS-13 to live next door. But now, in an effort to protect Donald Trump, those same defenders of law and order are themselves waging an assault on law enforcement.
DOJ and FBI, well, if you never hold them accountable through the legislative process, either through law or through budget, of course power is going to accumulate there.
We're going to have to look at the appropriations process and limit funds going to some of these agencies.
We have to defund and make cuts in the Department of Justice.
We either get this government back on our side or we defund and get rid of, abolish the FBI, CDC, ATF, DOJ, every last one of them.
You heard that correctly. Republicans have apparently come full circle. It turns out, after all their outrage and fear-mongering, they are the ones who want to defund law enforcement. Remember, the job of the Justice Department is not just to file abstract legal briefs. It is to keep our country safe. That phrase is literally in their mission statement. They also oversee the FBI, which handles domestic and international terrorism, organized crime, white-collar crime, as well as the ATF, which plays a major role in fighting drug cartels. But these so-called champions of law and order want to defund, limit funds, and make cuts. Those are their words, not mine, to those very agencies. So it's not just Republican rhetoric, it's also their actions. After the January 6th insurrection, 21 Republicans voted against awarding the Congressional Gold Medal to the very officers who protected their lives. Instead, many have visited the January 6th defendants currently in jail. Donald Trump's own budget during his last year in office actually proposed cutting funds to local law enforcement. So if you worry about crime and want law enforcement to be fully funded and supported, the only place you should be directing your outrage for not doing more, it turns out, is MAGA Republicans and their now indicted leader.